I'm so glad to be back with you guys. It's your girl Asia the MUA, back with another edition of Adventures in Freelancing. The first edition of Adventures in Freelancing of 2018, mind you. So let's get right into it. So if you can tell by the title of this video, this is gonna be really just a talk through informational kind of video, because I'm in this really dope makeup group on Facebook, and I posed a question to the members of this group. I said, I'm seeing a lot of you dolls that feel like you've gotten really great at doing makeup on yourself, and you're probably thinking, what's next? Do people ask you all the time, who did your makeup? Have you practiced on a friend or a family member and thought to yourself, like, you know, I could really probably do this? That's the thesis of this channel. That's the core of what I want this channel to be. I want this channel to be an information resource for people that want to venture out into doing makeup, like as a freelance artist. All of the feedback that I got from the ladies in the group was amazing. They asked pretty much the same questions that I struggled with when I was first starting out. One of the first things people asked me is, did you go to school for this? No, I didn't go to school for this. When I was a stay-at-home mom, I stayed at home with the twins for about 3 years. So in those 3 years, like, I needed something that was for me. I needed something that would be just mine, because once I had the twins, my whole life became about them. And as a new mother, it was a struggle. So I started watching videos. This is when YouTube was just starting to like bang with all those beauty channels. Like, this was the birth of the YouTube beauty channel about 8 years ago. So I followed people like Miss Rosh Posh, Beat Face Honey, Miss Queenie Rosenblatt, You Love Megs, really talented African American women like that. Those were the women that pretty much taught me how to do makeup. I spent tons and tons of time on YouTube and tons of time practicing on myself. And then people would ask me, who did your makeup? Like, after about 3 years of practice. Don't think this was an overnight thing, because it's not. If this were easy, everybody would do it. And I know it seems like everybody's doing it now, but not on a professional level that you can charge people money for putting makeup on them. Like, it's a total difference between being good at putting makeup on yourself and being good at putting makeup on other people. I think that's kind of the difference between the enthusiast and the professional. I consider myself a professional because this is my job. This is all I do. I do makeup. I'm a makeup artist. Like, and in 5 years, I have taken something that was a hobby, moved it to a side hustle, and now I'm moving it more along the lines of a career. So I asked these questions, you guys gave me answers, and I'm gonna address some of the issues that you guys brought up on my post on Facebook. I consider myself a beauty makeup artist. I don't do a lot of editorial work. I don't do a lot of fashion show runway work. I do beauty makeup. I do bridal, I do photo shoots, I do video shoots, special occasion makeup, things like that. I'm an artist at MAC, so that's kind of the place that people go to get that beautiful special occasion makeup. There are different avenues that you can go into as far as makeup goes, but this is for that girl that's trying to get out there and get some coins out of her makeup kit that she's invested hundreds of dollars into, sometimes even thousands. Like, makeup is not cheap. Makeup is not cheap. The first thing I want to say as far as getting into makeup, check your state regulations. Check the regulations in your area, because I know here in Las Vegas, you do not need a license or a certification to be a freelance makeup artist. That means I go around with this big ass box full of makeup. I show up to your door, I bring the glam to you, I get my money, and then I'm out. That's a freelance makeup artist. Now, to work in a salon, you do need a certification from the cosmetology board. To work in a spa, I believe you need to have graduated from a cosmetology school and have a certain amount of hours logged in as far as like training. That's never been my interest. I love going to people, slaying their faces, seeing their reaction, getting my money, and going home. That's what I love to do. Aside from being at counter at MAC, that's kind of my lane. So I'm just trying to carve out a little space in that lane for me. That's a huge, huge deal. Pick your lane and stay in it. Like, nobody can ride your lane how you can. So as soon as you find your niche, the better, and the better off you'll be. You won't find yourself getting frustrated looking at what the other person is doing, looking at what this person is doing, because you found your niche in your lane and that's what you're focused on. That takes time, discipline, and dedication. Trust me. Another thing that came up in the comments on this post was kind of how to pick the foundation shades for different skin tones, how to color match, color theory, how to blend eyeshadow, all these kind of technical things that come with either a lot of practice and experience or some type of formal education. Me, myself, I feel like I have a little bit of both. I started off as a self-taught makeup artist when I was, you know, out here in the streets working for some of these bridal agencies here in Las Vegas. I was pretty much self-taught. I didn't get any formal training until I signed on with MAC and became an artist with that company. Then I had a whole course of makeup education that I feel has absolutely taken my artistry to a totally different level. Like this, I was not doing this before MAC, and I can't deny that education at all. MAC training is superb. Like, if you get into a program like that, and I don't think any other cosmetics company really has a training program as in-depth as MAC's. So MAC has its own certification level, so it's an education process all in itself. So if you're interested and you live here in Las Vegas, I know we had a career fair today. Girl, we just opened a new pro store in Fashion Show Mall on the Strip. And MAC is popping in Las Vegas. We are doing amazing things. We are one of the top cities in this region, and I'm so proud, so proud to be able to say that I'm a MAC artist. Moving right along, I saw somebody comment on that post about like getting apprenticeships or working under a more experienced seasoned artist, and that's all fine and good. But I just feel like I never apprenticed under anybody. I didn't want to sit around and wait for somebody to give me the okay to make me feel like I could go out here and get it. I got out there and got it. Like, I can't explain it. The more I started doing makeup, the more I started posting to my social media, and the more my social media started moving me into the right direction. One of my first makeup artist jobs was at a strip club called Foxy's, RIP Foxy's, because all roads used to lead to Foxy's in Las Vegas. Like, I don't care where you went out that night. I don't care what you did that night. At 2 or 3 o'clock, you were probably in Foxy's, and I was probably doing the makeup of some of the beautiful young ladies that entertained you. But it was one of those positions that kind of boosted me in the right direction. I had to learn how to do makeup in a crunch. I had to learn how to do makeup in a very small space. I had to learn how to do makeup with only a few select products because it was a space thing. The locker room was tiny, but that's kind of where I like dropped my roots and kind of really started to become who I was trying to become as a makeup artist. So I will forever be indebted to my position at Foxy's. I don't know if this has anything to do with the video, but I just wanted to let you guys know that a position like that can really help grow you as an artist, because that was like one of my first stepping stones as far as developing myself as a makeup artist. So I said that to say, don't wait for anybody to give you the okay to chase your dream. You know what I mean? If this is a passion that lives inside you, if this is something that you love, practice at it. Get better at your craft and learn more about makeup and skin and products and tools. I tell people all the time, there is so much more information out there about makeup than what is on YouTube. The library has tons of books about makeup, about skincare, about aesthetics, all that stuff, and they're free. Did you guys know that to check out a book from the library, it doesn't cost you anything? I don't know if people know that. Once you start immersing yourself in makeup artistry, you will be able to kind of discern where you want to go and what's not going to work for you. That's kind of where I started to figure out, hey, I don't really want to do editorial makeup. I don't think it's very pretty all the time. I want to make people feel beautiful. I like working with people. That's kind of how I found out where I wanted to go with this makeup artistry thing, because I like working with people. I feel like I'm very personable. I'm very amicable. I make people feel comfortable and make people believe in what I'm telling them and what I'm doing for them. By the time I leave, they feel amazing. I got my money. I'm back at home. With that being said, if you are not good at working with people, this might not be the career path for you. But if you like people and you like making people feel beautiful and you're good at slanging some brushes, girl, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Get you some family members to practice on. Get you some people with some different skin types that are going to give you a challenge. The first time you do it, it might not come out perfect, but so do it again. When I first started at MAC, I had been freelancing in Las Vegas for a few years. And a lot of people would ask me, how do you get so much freelance work outside of MAC? And I would just have to tell them it's a lot of word of mouth and a lot of social media and a lot of just really clienteling. That's a huge, huge thing. That was another thing that people mentioned on the post. How do you build clientele? I feel like the best way to build clientele is to walk into every assignment with a smile on your face, giving it 110%, doing everything you can to make sure you are giving quality work to your client. I think a good review from one person can take you farther than you know. You never know who people know. You never know who's going to see the work you did on somebody. So giving it your best every time, being easy to work with, not being a pushover, but being easy to work with, because there's a difference. Don't let nobody shade you. Don't let nobody short you, and don't short yourself. Don't be a pushover, but be easy to work with. Be professional. That's the word I'm looking for. Professional. I have been on assignments where I've seen other artists behave in ways that I would never think about behaving, because I'm so gracious to anybody that is willing to fork over their hard-earned coin to me to put some makeup on their face. Girl, thank you. But as far as marketing and building clientele, do you guys see my t-shirt? My t-shirt says, ask me about my makeup. I wear this shirt when I slay my face and I know I'm going out in the streets. I slay my face, I wear this shirt, I go in the streets, I get a response. I have other t-shirts with just Asia the MUA printed on them, and people take notice, especially with the face like this, hair, all of the things, accessorize all of this, and my shirt says, ask me about my makeup. People are gonna do just that. That's a good way to like create buzz for yourself, get people asking who you are, get people talking to you and engaging in you and pulling them into your artistry. I'm trying to build a brand, and I am this brand. So I need to get people interested in me. I need to get people invested in me so that I can pull people in to engage in my business and patronize my business. Business cards are a great way to do that. I started off with the jankiest business card ever. Oh my goodness. It was like some $10 Vistaprint stuff, but I would hand those joints out to everybody I saw. I would go to parking lots in the malls and I would leave business cards on car windshields. Like, I really, really did a lot of footwork. I would walk the strip and hand out business cards to tourists. Really doing a lot of footwork and getting your name out there for yourself. That's your responsibility. So started out with a janky business card, and now I have this pretty girl right here. I like that my face is on it. I like that it's clean. I like that it's simple. And then I have a message on the back with all my socials. All my information is on this card. Everything you need to know about me and what I do is on this card. So if I give you this, you see this picture of this slay girl, and you see this phone number and this email address, you're going to want to hit her up if you need your makeup done. Simple as that. So that's a huge, huge thing. And business cards don't cost a lot of money. They're an amazing way to market yourself for pennies on the dollar. So it's kind of a no-brainer. Get you some business cards, get you some t-shirts made, like slay your face and go out and market yourself. That's what I did a lot of. One of the main things that's gonna make you stronger as a makeup artist is practice. Like, I can't stress that enough. Practice. Practice on different faces, practice on different eye shapes, practice on people that have really bad acne scars, practice on people that have really bad hyperpigmentation, practice on mature skin, practice on Caucasian skin, practice on Asian skin, Hispanic skin. Anybody you can get your hands on, put your hands on them. Another thing a lot of people commented on the post was, how do you set your prices? I feel like your prices should be set based on your experience, your level of expertise, and the quality of your work. If you are just starting out, you can't be out here charging people $100 a face. That's messing up the game. If you are an experienced artist, you also can't be out here charging people $45, $50. That's also messing up the game. Like, if you put out quality work and your work is bomb, like, charge your worth. So if you feel like your experience level is down here, start off at $45, $50. That's what I started off at. Then as you grow as an artist, hike that price up, because not only is your knowledge and experience going to increase, your knowledge of products is going to increase, your taste for certain products is going to increase, and you're going to up your game in so many different areas. You're going to be worth more. Know your worth, add tax, but don't overtax, if that makes any sense. Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying. How many times have you seen somebody on Instagram talking about they doing makeup and they charging $75 and doing $35 worth of work? Don't mess up the church's money like that, ladies. Charge what you know you should charge for the work that you do. When I started off, I charged $45, $50 just to get people in the chair in front of me. Because at that point, not only was I doing a service for them, they were doing a service for me in terms of growing me as a makeup artist. If that makes any sense, y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? Everybody knows the beauty industry can be pretty catty. It's a bunch of beautiful people making other people beautiful, and we be catty sometimes. One of the things that I thought was the most interesting that somebody posted on was like competition and like cattiness between artists in the cities that they live in. I can say this. The artists that I work around in Las Vegas, the urban young women of color that slay in Las Vegas, I love all of them. I feel like we all have a good kind of social relationship. We work around each other well. I've gotten referrals from other artists. I've sent referrals to other artists. I feel like as long as you keep your name out of the mess, then that will be the reputation that precedes you. Like, I can't really say anything bad about anybody that I work around in my city, and I would hope that nobody in my city would have anything bad to say about me, because I don't put myself out there like that. If you put yourself out there in a messy way, you're gonna attract messy people. And I'm trying to get my money and go home. I promise. That's all I'm trying to do. I feel like there's always gonna be a level of competition because we all out here, you know, vying for the same clients. But every client is not your client. Every client is not the next girl's client either. One person might not like her work so much and might like yours a little bit more, so she ends up booking with you. So my best advice as far as that is, do you, and do you to the best of your ability, and people will speak of you in that light. Like, I feel like when a celebrity comes to town and they post they need a Las Vegas makeup artist, my name gets mentioned, and I'm proud of that, because that means people believe in, like, and, you know, kind of vouch for my work. That's important to me. That's super, super important to me. Your reputation follows you. And don't let one bad experience or one bad day that you're having and you find yourself in the middle of a messy situation, don't let that become your reputation, because that's what people will talk about. Not all the good that you've done, but people will talk about that one bad experience that you didn't do this or you didn't do that or you said this or you said that. Stay out of the messy BS. You know what I mean? It's 2018, y'all. We can all eat out here. I don't care what nobody say. It's room for all of us to chase our dreams out here. That is the point of me posting this video. That's the main point. If you have a dream, if you have a goal, do not let anybody deter you from that. If you want to do makeup, girl, get bomb as hell at doing makeup and go do you some makeup, honey. All right? Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you can't do this because so-and-so does this. Oh, you can't do this because this reason. Oh, you can't do this because that reason. Throw all that negativity out the door, honey. It's 2018. It's time for us to boss up. And that's what I want us to do. I have a lot of information on this channel. I give away so much free game on this channel as far as upcoming new freelance makeup artists, even seasoned professional artists that have been in the game for a minute. I drop gems here on Adventures in Freelancing. So if you are not subscribed to this channel, I invite you right now to hit that button. If you have any other questions as far as getting into the freelance makeup game, leave them in the comments below. I promise I answer my comments. I love interacting with my subscribers, new viewers, first timers, whatever. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. I really just want to give you guys the best information that I can give you based on the experience that I've had. My experience is different from anybody else's experience, but that's all I can speak on for certain. Girl, let's go out there, set some goals and smash them. Let's slay 2018. How about that? That's what I'm on. That's what I want y'all to be on with me. All right. So until next time, you guys, stay beautiful.